This one is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is going to be by far the most anticipated watch football game of the whole television schedule. I don't care what's on TV, what's on cable. The NBA Finals could be on, and you're going to see a huge boost in television ratings because everybody wants to see what Gronkowski, now that he's come out of retirement and joined forces with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, playing against the New Orleans Saints. Now, that's a competitive football game. Now, that's one of those football games where everyone's going to be watching. That's the one football game people are going to leave work, call off work, don't want to go to the dentist or the doctor. This is the one football game you're going to watch because you're curious to see, can Tom Brady win football games without the New England Patriots? Can Tom Brady take this team to the promised land? Can Tom Brady win another championship with another football team after 20 years? After 20 seasons with the New England Patriots, we're going to see Tom Brady with a new football team, with a new coach, a new supporting coach, and a new supporting cast of players on the defensive line and on the offensive line. We're going to see that. And we're going to see if that question can be answered. Can he actually win an NFL season, win the playoffs, prove the skeptics, the non-sayers, and the non-believers wrong, and go to another Super Bowl and win a championship with another football team? So he has the offensive weapons. He has the defensive weapons. They're not the same as when he was with the New England Patriots, but he has offense and defensive weapons. He has players to block on the right side, the left side when he advances the football down the middle. He doesn't have to run in the end zone if he doesn't want to, so that's the good part. He has a good wide receiver. He has a good lineman. So we're going to see what Tom Brady is going to bring to this football team. On the other hand, we have the New Orleans Saints, and the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints is actually going to play for one more season before he retires. And who wants to see one of the two greatest quarterbacks of all times face off in a highly anticipated football game? I mean, think about it. Both guys have won Super Bowls. Both guys have played almost 20 years in the NFL. Both guys are legends. Both guys are icons. Both guys are going to go into the NFL Hall of Fame. Both guys, when they retire, will always be considered the best elite quarterbacks of their respectable NFL football teams. So this is going to be a competitive football game. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers probably will win 32-30. Why the score going to be 32-30 is because the football game is going to go back and forth, back and forth. It's Tom Brady versus the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. Okay? It's the Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. You're going to see balls to the wall in this football game. Highly most anticipated watch football game. Highly most anticipated, most watch. People will not be watching basketball. They're going to be watching more football than they watch basketball. And this football game is going to show what's more interesting, the NBA or the NFL. Because there are some people already turning off their TV sets off to the basketball game, and pretty soon we're going to see if people are going to do the same thing to football games. I talk about sports, no politics, okay? When you watch my sports show, my sports channel, it's everything sports, no politics, no bullshit. And I apologize to my audience that I'm doing these 3 videos in the restroom. Yes, it's from out of nowhere. Yes, it's awkward. I don't like filming in here because my voice echoes. But we got some neighbors outside working out in the back, and I don't want the noise of them screaming loud on the top of their lungs to get recorded on here, and then you guys hear other people's voices, and then it messes with the quality of the video. So you may see me very clearly, and you may hear me very clearly, and then you hear people's voices over my voices. And then you lose interest of the videos because of how I film the videos. So I apologize for the first video, the second video, and the third video. Now, for some reason, if the New Orleans Saints beat the Buccaneers, because some of y'all might say, what if the score is not 32-30? What if you're wrong? Well, that's the thing about professional football. Football is completely different from basketball. About 60 to 80% of the time, I get stuff correct in basketball. And about 70% of the time, I get stuff wrong in football. And maybe 65% of the time, I get stuff right in football. So if I pick the Buccaneers to win on September 13th, that's like maybe a day before my dad's birthday. And then the New Orleans Saints upset the football team, then the score would probably be, I'm probably going to say, what, 34 to 32 if New Orleans Saints upset. We're going to see this team play at least 2 to 3 times. So if we see the Buccaneers lose their first game to the Saints, there will be 2 more games. Or if we see the Saints lose to the Buccaneers, like I said, they're going to play 2 to 3 times a season. No, I don't have a crystal ball, but I guarantee you before the end of the season and when the playoffs start, you probably are going to see these two face each other in a playoff game. Now, it's not a 100% guarantee, but you do know people are going to want to see Buccaneers, Saints, but the real matchup that a lot of people are going to be wanting to see is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus his old team, the New England Patriots. You know that's what everyone's going to want to see in the season. This is the better matchup. This is the highly most anticipated watch game. I'll put the scores in the description. So if Buccaneers win, it's 32 to 30. If the Saints upset in their first matchup, then the score will be 34 to 32. But it is going to be a very competitive football game. You're going to see two legends, two icons, okay? You're going to see Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. They're both legends. They're both icons, okay? They both NFL champions. They both played just around 20 years. One-on-one football team, the other one with the Buccaneers. It's Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. He got 1 more season. It's Buccaneers versus Saints. This is the matchup I'd rather watch. Until then, peace.